right, begin.
What's going on, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every one of you wake up happy and healthy this morning. That's the most important thing. Now, before we go any further, I want to ask you guys a favor. If you don't mind, go ahead and punch that like button and also smash that share button so we can get this channel recognized, you dig? And if you're on Instagram, you can follow your boy at NCTubTV. That's a for sure way that we can stay connected, all right? Now, with all of that said, let's get down to business. And I want to talk about R&B soul singer Arie. First and foremost, I love her music. I have all of her albums, and when I think of her and I hear her music, the first term that comes to my mind is just a breath of fresh air. You know, that's what I feel about her when I listen to her music and just seeing her personality and things of that nature, her mannerisms. I just love Arie. But I have to say, on this morning, I'm extremely disappointed in the actions of Arie, because I thought that of all people that would come out and stand, you know, for her people in regard to how people that don't have the same hue as us treat us, and they say derogatory things in describing us and how we look. I thought that she would stand on principle and stand pat and not fold, but obviously she did. Now, a few days ago, Arie came out and said that she was boycotting Spotify. She said there were a whole multitude of reasons, but you know, the last straw that broke the camel's back was the fact that Joe Rogan was using derogatory language in regards to people that look like me and her. And so basically she said that she didn't want to support or be on a platform like Spotify where she's making lunch money, and her lunch money basically that comes from her streams are being paid towards Joe Rogan's $100 million contract. So she wanted her music taken off. And so basically she stood strong in that moment. And so after she exposed Joe Rogan, a lot of people started to listen. India actually posted a compilation of Joe Rogan actually using the N-word on multiple occasions. And so, you know, like I said, people started listening, you know, it gained some traction, and so much so to the point where Joe Rogan felt the need to apologize.
I'm making this video to talk about the most regretful and shameful thing that I've ever had to talk about publicly. There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it looks horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. Shut up.
Now, Arie did an interview with Don Lemon on CNN, and basically she was talking about her position and things like that with the Joe Rogan situation, and she changed her tune. She really did, and I was so shocked and surprised, because one moment she was stating that, you know, how highly offensive Joe Rogan was.
I want to leave a short message here about why I decided to ask my music be pulled off of Spotify. So check this out.
Okay, take me to this one. And the guy goes, okay. I goes, is that in a good neighborhood? He's like, oh, yeah. Guy barely speaks English. He takes us there. We get out, and we're giggling. Oh, we're going to see Planet of the Apes. We walk into Planet of the Apes. We walked into Africa, dude. We walked in the door, and there was no white people.
I empathize with the people who are leaving for the COVID disinformation reasons, and I think that they should. I also think that Joe Rogan has the right to say what he wants to say. I also think that I have the right to say what I want to say. So as an artist who builds, Spotify is built on the back of the music streaming. So they take this money that's built from streaming and they pay this guy $100 million, but they pay us 0.003% of a penny. Just take me off. I don't want to generate money that pays this. Just take me off.
All right, so you guys saw that, and that was just a portion of a clip that Arie uploaded to her Instagram story. How ironic, she uploaded it to her Instagram story and it only lasts for 24 hours, right? And it disappears. But anyway, So Joe Rogan had a lot more to say, but I'm not going to post that here. So again, Arie goes on the Don Lemon show on CNN. And I want you guys to take a listen to this soundbite on how drastically her position changed.
Well, India, let me ask you this.
I hope that was clear.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So I'm asking you, would it help if Joe Rogan was an ally to the artist and could understand, because he's in that position, he makes a lot of money, maybe he can join forces with you and help you guys to get to where you want, to meet there's some sort of happy medium, so to speak, since he is, I think, is he the highest paid? It's either him or Meghan and or the Obamas or whatever. I'm not sure who's the highest paid there, but what do you think?
I mean, I think it would be a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing when people are allies to each other in any realm. I don't expect that fully, but I have to say, I did think he did a fine job with his apology. Mm-hmm. He said a lot of the things I would want to hear someone say. The thing that stuck out for me most was when he said, "It's not my word to use."
Right.
And I think change behavior is what we're really looking for. If it went all the way to allyship, that would be wonderful. But also, change behavior would be wonderful too.
Mm-hmm. I want to ask you before you go, when you said it's not our word to use, I always wonder why so many people want to use that word, especially it seems, he said white people, right? I find like a lot of white guys, it feels like they feel like it's their right to use that word, or why can't I use that word? I'm entitled to use it. Do you understand why do you want to say the word? If you want to say the word, then say it, but then you have to suffer the consequences of actually saying the word.
You have said before that
after the Don Lemon interview, social media was not easy on Arie. A lot of people think that she was paid off. A lot of people think that maybe her and Joe Rogan had a conversation behind the scenes. Maybe Spotify and India had a conversation behind the scenes. The powers that be probably intervened and maybe gave Arie some type of ultimatum to maybe change her decision and stance in regards to Joe Rogan. And I have to say that I completely agree. I don't know who got in India's ear and made her change her decision and her mindset about this situation, but obviously she must have got a check. Maybe she got some other incentives. Maybe they promised her that they would make sure that she's booked more, because let's be honest, India is not getting booked like that. But it's extremely clear and evident that she folded under pressure. Now, listen, she's going to say, basically she made the comment stating that, she don't believe in cancel culture and she don't believe that Joe Rogan should be canceled. Well, in my estimation, I feel that India feels that way because she don't want to be ultimately canceled for her stance on Joe Rogan. And so this is what compelled her to really change her position, because listen, again, when you listen to the interview that she did with Don Lemon in its entirety, and I encourage you guys to watch it, she basically alludes to the fact that it's been kind of hard during the pandemic for all artists, right, to book shows and things like that. And so, it's not above the realm of possibility that Arie could be in some type of financial bind. And in my opinion, I feel like Arie did this for some exposure and also to get some checks, get some checks rolling up in the household, and a lot of people will say, well, she sacrificed, Spotify. She took her music off of Spotify. She was getting lunch money anyway. The real money comes from shows. The real money comes from getting booked and touring and things like that. So that's just how I feel about the situation. Like, it's so disappointing to see that, a lot of people that have the same hue as I do, we don't ever complete the mission. We don't ever complete the assignment, right? Because they'll dangle that carrot in front of us, and that carrot is, a check. And most of our people opt for the check over, the integrity and the betterment of our people. But anyway, I'm gonna let this go and let y'all have that in the comments. Drop down and let me know what you think about this whole entire situation. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll get with you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.